Let's get into lesson 20 and Revelation, study of Revelation lesson 20, the most exciting action-packed book of the Bible. Now we're in verse 12 of Revelation chapter 6. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Roberto, did you get that fig tree there?
Yes, sir.
And the heavens departed as a scroll when it rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. So now, as we look here, and we just do a little short review, when he opened the first seal, you had the Antichrist that came on the white horse. The second seal, the horse of war. The third seal, the horse of famine. And the fourth seal, the horse of death. We saw the souls of the martyrs. Now we have catechism. At this point, it looks like the world's going to be totally destroyed. I mean, it's a horrible time on this, and as if this is the end of the earth. But I got news for you. It's not going to be the end until God is through with everything that's going to do. So regardless of the weapons we might create and the wars we might have, they might have, and they've got weapons today that can make Oklahoma a big lake, but it won't destroy the world. The world will not be destroyed by man. God's the one who destroys it. And at this point, it looks like it's really the end of the time when that. So who opened the sixth seal?
Jesus.
All right, Jesus. He's the one that's executing this judgment. This is not the work of the devil. The devil's getting the rough end of this. It's Jesus. He's the King of Kings and Lord of Lords in this. All right, now, again, this is at the time after the rapture, when this will be happening. This is the 7-year period of tribulation. And then when we come back in the second coming of Christ, remember at the rapture now, he comes as a thief in the night. Only those who are saved are taken out, and we have our resurrected body. We'll go before the judgment seat of Christ. Because before that, we'll cast the devil out. He's living to the earth, and he's mad. And God's bringing judgment, so it's really rough on the earth during this time. There's never been a period like it before. Then, at the end of that 7 years, we come back with Christ. Every eye sees him. We come back on white horses with him. And we'll fight the battle of Armageddon at this point. And then we'll have the 1,000-year reign. And we'll be here with our loved ones, with our friends, with others for 1,000 years. And when this is over with, the earth is destroyed, and then we'll be on the new heaven and new earth. Yes, ma'am?
It's the 1,000-year reign, also called the millennium.
Yes, millennium.
Okay.
I didn't put that on. There's too big a word, and I couldn't spell it. It is called millennium, yeah. 1,000-year reign. All right, so now question number 2. Let's list the 6 things that will happen when the sixth seal is open. First one, a great
Earthquake.
All right, a great earthquake. There'll be a number of earthquakes going on in Jerusalem and around the world at that time. Now, the rebuilding of the temple, to remove the golden dome that's in the way, more likely to be caused by an earthquake. And that could happen before the rapture. It could happen before the tribulation period. But after the rapture, during the tribulation period, there are a lot of earthquakes.
Yeah.
There's already been earthquakes over there. The building has been shook and damaged to a point, but when God's ready for it, He'll bring it down. But this is a tremendous earthquake, not one just in one location in project. And then the sun became what?
Black.
All right, the sun became black. And the moon became as blood. Now, we've had a lot of people that believe that we're already in the tribulation and that this is we've already gone through that. And they'll refer to certain events where we've had a volcano eruption, and then the sun is black during the day because of the ash and so on. Same thing with the moon becoming blood. In certain atmospheres this comes about, but it's nothing compared to what's going to be at that time. It's not going to be because of some volcano eruption or because of the atmosphere in there. It's because of what's going on and the judgment God is bringing on that. All right, D, the stars of heaven. All right, they fell. And what they call meteorites or whatever else is involved in that, but I mean tell you, it looks like this whole world is just going to be totally wiped out during this time. And then E, the heaven reported as a scroll. You've got a lot of movies that are out that pick up on some of these things. And will depict certain aspects of these in different movies on that. And that kind of gives you a little bit of an idea. And we've got previews of these events and certain things that happen on our earth even today. That this goes about to let us know, yes, it very well can happen. And it will happen during this time. All right, F, every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Woo! Think about that. When a mountain is moved, what is that going to cause? See, what problems that's going to cause? Islands out of their places. And we can't even begin to imagine all of the horror that's going to be during this time on that. Well, the results of part of this, we see a little glimpse of it in verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man. Let's see, yeah, every free man, I think I left out something on this thing. Let me see if I can get to know. Yeah. Well, no, I left out part of it. Hid themselves in the dens and the rocks of the mountains. I'm sorry, I left out part of that scripture in there. But now, think about that. Well, let's go ahead and answer question 3. Everyone hid themselves in the dens and rocks of the mountains. Now, we've got already today places that are being built for atomic wars and so on, where the population can go to be safe, supposedly, during this time. Those places are not even going to be safe. They're going to flee everything into the dens and the rocks of the mountains. They're wanting to find any place they can get to have some type of protection. Why? We'll look at verse 16. And they said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. Now, right now, people mock God. Verse 17, it says, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Now, this is going to be a terrible, terrible time. So what were the people afraid of? All right, the wrath of the Lamb. Now, they're not going to laugh at God during that time. They're not going to be making fun of it. They're not going to be saying God doesn't exist. They're going to know that he does exist. And this is not just some work of nature. They will know this is directly from God, and that he is on his throne. And that the wrath of the Lamb. Why isn't this called the wrath of God? Right now, the wrath of the Lamb is talking about Jesus, isn't it? Why is he mad? Did all of you see the movie, let's see, what was that? The Passion? Yeah. Now, if you went through all of that torture, wouldn't you be mad? But he didn't say anything. He was white as a lamb. Didn't open his mouth. He's saying something now. You do not mess with God. And people are just going to have to learn it the hard way of what is coming on that.
Brother Jerry,
Yes, ma'am.
I don't